Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Candyware. Today I'll be showing you how to make this fox necklace, so I hope you'll stay tuned. So here are all the tools and I'll leave them in the description box below. So this is a custom order that a client has asked from me. So I mixed red, some pearl color, and orange and black to make its fur. Then I add a little bit of the pearl to black and a little bit of the pearl to white because she wanted it very shiny. So your first step is to make a jelly bean shape. And then from there we're going to be making two more little jelly bean shapes with one part a little bit thinner for its leg, and we're just going to place that on, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side for both of its legs. And then from here we're going to be creating its head, so you'll be making a small little circle and then be pinching two parts for its cheeks and two parts for its ears into triangles. After that we'll be putting on its little muzzle with a little bit of the white and then a little bit of black and just adding that right into its ears and pushing that down. Next is to add a little bit of white accent around the ears. And then also around its cheeks. After that we'll be using a dotting tool and adding in a little bit for his eyes, the black. My client also wanted me later on to add in a little dot of white to give it a little bit of a glint, so I did add that after. And then you add on its little black nose. And now we'll be adding on its eyebrows, so you'll want to thin out the snake a little bit more than what you used for its accents around the ears and the cheek. And then we'll be adding in a head pin. So after that step we'll be adding the head to the body, and I did cut off a little bit of the body because it was a tad bit too large. At this point I'm just going to be flushing everything out and just making sure that everything's secure and is placed where it should be. After that it's time for its tail, so a long snake with it receding to one end and then coming to a point at the other. And just gonna roll that out until you're happy with that fun shape. And then be rolling out a thin log, or snake I should say, of the white. And then going to flatten that out a little bit and then use a tool to flatten it out just a little bit more. And then cutting off a little bit at the end and then scraping this off of the tile. And then we're going to be adding this kind of Firefox look to the end. Adding on different loops around the tail. You're just going to keep doing this until you come to the end of the tail. And then that's what it looks like when it's done. So now we're going to add on the little bit of black to the tip of the tail and cutting off the excess and then pinching that together. And then once you're happy with how it's on, I'm using my detailing tool again to just bring the colors down a little bit, almost make it look like it's a little bit painterly. And then from here you can adjust anything that you think, like the stripes. I ended up cutting a little bit off the bottom of the tail because it was just a tad bit too long. And then from there you're just going to secure it to the bottom of the Firefox and then make a cute little S shape with the tail. So from here we're going to be working on its paws, or its front arms, and you're just going to take two small little balls and roll them into logs. And then I cut this in half and then placed one on one side. The first one I placed was the one on the right, and then just using your detailing tool to push that in place. And then using the other one I put to the other side. I did realize that there isn't that much space there, so I did flatten it out, as you can see here, just so that there's a little bit of space somewhere to put it. And then there he is. So now it's time to bake. And this is what he looked like once he was baked, and I added in the little glints in the eyes. So from here you're going to glaze him, and I like using Dimensional Magic from Mod Podge. And once that's dry, we're going to make it into a finding. So we're going to be making a loop with 2 pliers, and then wrapping the rest of the wire around the base just to keep it secure. And then cut off the excess. And then from here it's time to add on the loop. And then make it into a necklace. And there you have it, your very own Firefox necklace. I hope you really enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And what's your favorite animal? A firefox or a panda?